Well, guys, this is Casey's Raw again, and this is part 28 of consoles, games, and stories from my life. This is kind of unexpected. I didn't really think this is going to ever happen. Um, and I'm sure you got most of the people who knows me thinks this is outrageous. This just happened, but uh, let's move on. Um, it's the Philips CDI. And it's crazy. This is the first time I ever actually seen it with a box. It's buck ass wild. I never seen it. A box CDI, and this is a minus going to gaming conventions and minus uh, the classic game junkie. That's just a store that in Philadelphia that literally has almost everything in that store. Uh, I only saw two CDIs ever. One was in the store next door, next door where I used to work at, and at the pawn shop had a loose CDI. I'm not 100% sure how much they priced this at at the pawn shop. I think they were asking 4 to 500. I'm not 100% sure. I was like, well, there's no way I'm gonna get that because that's way out of my price range for something that flopped. And nowadays, and this is the second one I ever seen. Plus, this is like I said, this is the first time I actually seen it in the box, and it's wild. And you know, it's funny. That's the price I paid for it right there. Is $2.99 for everything. I before I unbox this thing and have you guys see what it looks like. This is the controller I got come with it. It looks like a damn TV remote control. It's a wireless, so it's kind of like before its time, but I guess it's, God, what's it called? Where I guess you have to point right at the system and to play it. And it did actually come with the pack-in game, so-called game. It's in great condition, quite frankly. It's Compton Interactive in, inside. I can't pronounce this, but it did actually come with that game, and this is what it looks complete. And I'm like, oh well. I mean, to me, this is the rarity right there. So I was happy about that. And this is the second game right here. Is Burn Cycle. And I don't know what's with Philips and their designs. It's wild what they do. Look at this. It opens like a book. Then you pull the disc out, and there's a booklet right here, or some kind of weird thing that obviously trying to look like some military thing. And here's the actual jewel case. I seen where they would open a different way, not like a normal case, a jewel case, but they would open this going that way. But this one opens up like a normal jewel case, like that, to the side, and it's a double disc, so you open it that way as well. The second disc is the soundtrack. Wow, this thing, you have to slip the cover off. Oops. Well, you press this little tab right there. It opens up. It just looks like professional. They're like, it's the packing is well done. They're like, oh, like it's just hard to explain. It just looks crazy. Like I, well, I highly doubt this is an actual game. It's probably more educational. But the burn cycle looks like a game actually. But your turn to interact with Phillips. It's badass how good condition, and this is with the big box version. I hear this is what they look in America. I did hear some versions we do get the jewel case, but I'm still shocked I got this. Some people probably ask me how I got it. I'll tell them in my own way, but it's only between me and if I decide to tell the person how I got this. But let's talk about the box. For a console box, it's like a VCR box. It's like the plainest box I ever seen in my life. And you look up here, you see all these nice looking box art. The only thing that kind of looks at it's like that white one with the power pad, and then even that has on the side looks pretty. It has some box art. Wow, this is just Philips CD interactive player CDI. So, uh, like I said, this is extremely rare. The history about this is wild as well. I highly suggest looking at the gaming historian about the history about this and what's around it as well. And another guy who did a very good video is called Adam Carlick. Um, he does a bunch of generations of consoles. He did like from the current gen, from the Switch and the PS4 and Xbox One, all the way down to even before Atari. I mean, you can almost say this is like a knockoff of his version, a bad knockoff version, but he did a awesome uh, history lesson about it. So if you, I highly suggest it. It's awesome to learn about it. But this was tied in between what was going on between Sony, Nintendo, and Philips when Nintendo was trying to get the CD add-on, like the Sega CD had. Sega Genesis had the Sega CD add-on. Nintendo wanted to add on a Sega CD, not a Sega CD add-on. I'm retarded, but they first went to Sony, and they did a bad deal with Sony to the point where they were trying to get their video game rights back. Sony said no, so they're like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going over the Philips, and Philips got some Nintendo properties on the system, and those are very expensive games. Very unlikely. I might in the future might get Hotel Mario. But I was getting the Zelda games. Those look like it's impossible how expensive they are. But there are a bunch of cheap games or educational things as well, and some of the Philips CDI systems will play certain things that some systems wouldn't. Like certain CDI will play what's called VCDs, pretty much the predecessor to the DVDs, and some CDIs can't. So, I believe this is the one that can, so I'll probably, in the future, get some VCDs as well. But oh my gosh, I looked at the system. I was shocked when I went to get this that they said, "Oh, it comes with a box," and like a box. I'm like, what? So I'll pop it open and see. It's gray, and you can tell it kind of looks like a VCR, and pretty much what it looks. It looks like a VCR in there, but I'm gonna pull it out. You get a good look. I might do some live streams with this. It'll probably look like shit, but I'll probably use my phone to live stream some of this. But oh, I'm gonna prop it. No, take it out and have you guys look at it. This is what it looks like. This is a little propped open. It probably needs to push that in or something. But it looks like a VCR. It's the plainest thing I've ever seen in my life. But before I unpause the video, I was decided to look around, see if there's any controller inputs. Like if I happen by a miracle pick up a controller like a normal video game controller, um, that a wired one, it won't. Uh, Honestly, it just only works. Looks like it only works on this controller because on the back there's nothing on the side, nothing on the front. The back is pretty much like you got S out, not S video out, coax cables, audio, video. This says remote in. Interesting. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what that is either. That might be a controller input. But that's the S video out and video out. So I'll be able to play this, and yeah, this thing is kind of badass to me. I kind of like stuff like this, some oddball looking stuff. I love how kind of plain it actually looks like. Um, I definitely appreciate. Yeah, I'm happy I got this. I just don't. I'm still shocked that I actually got this, especially during the time what I'm going through right now. And thanks for watching. I'm sorry for I'm being so scatterbrained, but I'm shocked to have this in the collection. So, like I said, I'm gonna be probably streaming this or doing quick videos or something. So, thank you for watching. Bye.